boys and girls, welcome to another broadcast of the Lawrence Report. On tonight's broadcast, we will be discussing the new Variety article that just came out that has a lot of Marvel fans worried and a lot of Marvel fans shook right now, including myself. So yesterday, Marvel just came out with this. I mean, not Marvel, but Variety. They just came out with this article talking about the current crisis that's happening at Marvel right now when it comes to the movies, the TV shows, things of that nature. Right there in the article, it highlight some of the issues and situations with people like Jonathan Majors, the Marvels. Should they bring back the OG or the original Avengers? So for me, Marvel, we've always had Marvel, at this height, right? And Marvel has spoiled us so much as fans, including myself. They've always been, like I said, they've always been at this height, right? But recently we have seen Marvel start to slowly come down, and it's not looking good right now. One of the things that a lot of people are putting a lot of focus onto is the Marvels. They have a movie coming out really, really soon, and right now we are currently in the actor strike. So, with this actor strike that's going on, it's hard to promote, your content, your movies. You can't go on late night talk shows and things of that nature or the morning news circuit to try to promote your movie. And I'm going to see the Marvels, but one thing I have noticed that Marvel in itself, I'm going to say over the last 5 years, the fan base has become extremely toxic to women, and I feel like a lot of times people of color. Um, I think that's something that Marvel should definitely address. I know a lot of people, they probably don't even want a female president. So if they're not going to want a female president, they're not going to want to watch a Marvel led movie with three female superheroes, right? But for me, I'm going to check out the Marvels. I'm going to support this movie right here. I think Carol Danvers is a great character. Monica Rambeau as well, Photon, and also Kamala Khan. I'm excited about it. I don't think that the true Marvel fans should let toxic fanboys mess this up for us right here. And another thing, I know that people are concerned about the whole Jonathan Majors situation. There was a leak that came out saying that Jonathan Majors could be potentially recast, and if that's the case, Marvel is thinking about pivoting away from Kang and going towards Doctor Doom. I would love to see Doctor Doom. I've been waiting for Doctor Doom a long time, but I hate for Jonathan Majors to potentially lose this role. Now, if you don't know, Jonathan Majors has been, in and out of court lately over some domestic disputes with a former girlfriend. He has appeared in a couple episodes of Loki so far, but if this trial continues on, Marvel could potentially, you know, pivot away. And I don't want it to happen to him. I hope he can keep his job and we still can find a way to hopefully bring in Doctor Doom when the right time is near. I've talked to my friends about this right here. I've seen the comments on Twitter, Reddit, a lot of comments on Reddit about this right here that Marvel is lacking the A+ content, and by that I mean it's too many Disney Plus shows that are out right now by Marvel. Do you remember? I think it was last year, the year before that. I think it was after the pandemic, right? Marvel that came out with all these shows, these streaming shows, and all these shows was back to back. Like you couldn't even breathe. Like it was like we had Hawkeye, then we had She-Hulk, and then we had Moon Knight. Of course, it's not. I don't think that's the correct order, but basically what I'm saying is they were just overleaping each other, just like that. And I think Marvel has to go back to they've been giving us lately a lot of McDonald's chicken nuggets and fries type food. Marvel has to go back to the slow cook stew beef and rice. that slow cook pot roast, right? I think that's what Marvel's missing. Because I mean, be honest for those of you that are watching this video, did you really want a Wonder Man spinoff series? Did you really want what was it, Vision Quest? Did y'all really want that? These are C-list level. These are C-list level heroes. Like, I want Marvel to go back to bringing us the A+ content. And Marvel they do have some big jokers that they can put on the table. And two of the big jokers I feel like we're missing is the X-Men and Marvel's first family, the Fantastic Four. There's so much that we as fans, we want that right there. We want that right there. And not to mention, we also are, a lot of us, we do want the OG Avengers. I think Chris Evans is officially done with his role. People keep asking about it. I think he's not coming back as Captain America. I don't think he's even coming back as a variant. I think you may end up getting Robert Downey Jr., for the people that always are asking about OG Avengers. I think you'll get him. He may come back for a role. You may get Thor. But I think everybody else is pretty much done. There's so much that Marvel can cover. So I'm with y'all when it comes to the OG Avengers, but I don't know how many of them are actually going to come back. Like I said, for me, I think it's going to be Robert Downey Jr. We still got to see what's going on with Thor. Hulk is still in the air as well. Doctor Strange, I consider him to be I kind of consider him to be an OG, but yeah, some of those guys right there, I don't know if they're going to come back. If they do, I'll be, happy. But, one guy that I think we definitely need back in MCU. So if we're talking about the OG Avengers, things of that nature right there, they got to bring this guy back right here. Let me show y'all. Him. This guy. Right here. The Black Panther himself. T'Challa. We gotta find a way to bring him back. If it's through Secret Wars or whatever the case may be, we gotta bring him. I'm strongly riding with the crew that's currently on the recast T'Challa campaign. This man has got to come back. This is another big joker that is on the table for Marvel. You bring him back, I think Marvel can do it in a way that you can give Shuri her next movie. That's cool. Love Shuri. Give her next movie. But I think after Secret Wars, T'Challa ends up becoming, with Shuri and T'Challa, they both can share the mantle. If you want to make people happy, do it that way, where they both can share the mantle together. That's the way I see it. I think that pleases all the fans, and everybody's excited and happy about it. The return of the Black Panther, but he has to come back in some way. I don't know what multiverse timeline. We gotta get this guy back right here. So Marvel is there's a lot happening at Marvel, and not to mention we didn't even talk about Blade. Mahershala Ali was casted for this role over what 4 or 5 years ago, and just last week Kevin Feige fired some of the writers from the script because the script was not up to par. It had like a bunch of women. I think this was a bunch of women happened to be at the forefront of the movie, and when we think about Blade, we think about PG-13, think about blood and gore. So shout out to Kevin Feige for actually doing that. Even with Daredevil, he did the same thing with Daredevil. He decided to cut that right there because Matt Murdock, Daredevil wasn't appearing into the suit, his suit, the black and red suit, until episode 4. Now you expect me to pay for Disney Plus? I don't see Daredevil in the suit until 4 episodes later. Again, I see what Kevin Feige is doing. He's trying to get it right. I believe Marvel can get it right. I believe they will get it right. I'm confident that Marvel can do this. It's a lot of big things that Marvel hasn't even explored yet. We haven't even seen Nova, for example, the Nova Corps. We haven't seen them. We haven't seen the Young Avengers. Like we seen them in the Disney Plus series, but I'm saying like they don't have their own show. That's what I'm saying in a nutshell. That's another big card that Marvel could play. So much that Marvel can do, and I think they're going to do it. It's slowly coming. It's slowly coming. I trust Kevin Feige to finally get it right. He is showing me some signs. If there's something that you would like Marvel to do that would be pleasing to you, please comment below. I'll definitely love to read your comments. If you like what you saw today, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And we can only hope the best for Marvel, y'all. It's been a lot. As always, thank you for tuning into the Lawrence Report.